Caleb Williams, right? I've said what I said about Caleb Williams. I'm a USC fan. I've watched this kid for 2 seasons. He's good. But he ain't what everybody thinks he is. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's more BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
Right? So BoJack is good.
He's good.
But he's not
he's not a legend.
Right.
BoJack can be extremely good. Though.
I don't know about that.
I got BoJack.
I don't know about
I'm going BoJack. In the future,
we'll see.
I think Burrow is going to fall off.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm calling it.
I don't think so.
I've already seen it.
That's a crazy hot take,
but
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Because look at it, the injuries there.
There
injuries have been.
He does have injury history,
and he's playing in the cold.
Right.
He can't hold on like he's like every 6 games is something else. Or my knee started the game off with a hamstring or a calf, went into what was it, a hand?
Yeah.
Now, whether the all offensive line really ain't doing what they need to
rubbish.
Do, or he a toothpick, man.
Yeah, listen.
Hey,
leave Joe Burrow alone.
Hey, what you know, right? Joe? You're
all I'm saying is that, all right, let's get so Caleb Williams. Right. I like him.
Right.
So he's projected to be the #1 pick.
Right.
Granted, got it. But he is not releasing his medical records to every single team.
I got 2 words for that.
What?
Red flag.
Okay, so you think it's a red flag. But he then clarified and said, I'm only going to release my medicals to the teams that I'm going to work out for. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that doesn't sound too bad to me, right? Because it's like, if I know that there's no chance of me being drafted by, let's just say a team, the Dallas Cowboys, what am I giving you medicals for? Right?
Very true.
We're never going to speak. I'm not going to be anywhere near you.
And I'm not going to lower my, I'm not going to put the book out of myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For a team that's not even going to have a chance to draft me so you can be able to throw shade.
And potentially lower my stock. It does make sense. I get the angle. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But why?
But why?
Why?
Right?
If it's clean, if you got a 780, run score, bro.
Right.
Run score.
Exactly. Like, why are you hiding it?
Yeah.
So there got to be something to it in regards to, like, all right, cool. Hey, these are the teams that I know that have a chance to draft me or whatever. I'm only comfortable giving them the records because, like, any questions that I have to answer, I'll answer it with them because they're the ones that are in position to possibly take the risk.
Right.
Right? That's what it screams to me. Like, you can be able to PR it all you want and say, oh, it's just about, I don't really see the need to be able to, release my records to everybody because everybody's not going to get a chance to actually have my services. So what's the point? Okay, man. Sounds good. But you got to read between the lines sometimes. Like, bruh, people been doing this since the dawn of time. Like, why do you think that you have to be the first person to actually break the mold? Now, granted, it can happen, but it just screams flag to me.
It's a red flag, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't a challenge flag, but
no,
you do need to challenge it.
Yeah, so I just don't particularly believe that he's as good as people think he is. I've seen him. I think he's decent, but I do think that there's times where in certain situations, I don't care how bad the defense was at SC, I just think that he just didn't rise to the occasion a lot of times, and saw how big the Pac-12 was in regards to competition. They fell flat. And a lot of that has to do with offenses, not making the right plays, not making the right reads, the right throws, and looking a little shaky or wobbly and whatever. So, I mean, I'm not really sold on much of these quarterbacks. I like Penix, but, just like Dose was saying, a guy that has injury history, bad knees already, that's tough.
So that's a lot to invest in.
Yeah. So
look, the other thing, not
yeah,
I'll be rough, but you look at certain quarterbacks. I feel like a quarterback is only as good as how you make your players look.
Yeah.
Now, if he's going one, his go-to target, if he's in the draft or his tight end, whoever needs to be in that top.
And number one is who? Chicago.
Right. But I'm saying as far as
Yeah.
just in general, like if the placement, like if I'm the top wide receiver, I'm sorry, top quarterback going off the board, my wide receiver, so one of my tools that I made their tape possible.
Yeah.
Like you look at it, I was watching OBJ highlights today randomly, just popped up on YouTube. And I'm like, he wasn't shit without Eli Manning. Eli Manning really exemplified his whole career. Because when I look at all the top 10 plays, most of them came from there. So it's like your quarterback is only as good as the players he makes good off the catches, off the throwable balls, off the places he's able to make them catch the ball. So if he's not giving that to a team, on top of that, what are we getting?
Yeah, I think at SC there was a lot of excuses that people made for him, and people are not gonna be making excuses for you at the next level.
Not at all.
Especially if you're the number one pick.
Your food.
If you don't produce, it's gonna be curtains for you very soon. So, it took Baker Mayfield a long time to realize that he was the problem and he had to change.
Right.
And he found a second chance in Tampa, but if he didn't find a second chance, he would have probably been out of the league right now.
For sure. Third chance, technically, because he had to go to he had to really show improve in the Rams.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he had to show improve over there.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he showed improve and still was able to. Somebody was like, "All right, we're just gonna move on from you." He could have stayed there, but they was like, "Ah," and then he ended up getting a chance to really play in Tampa, and now he can possibly be the mainstay there for the next 4 or 5 years. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So he finally got it. So that whole Caleb thing, man, I don't know. It seems a little fishy to me. It does. But we're gonna see how it produces, how it materializes.